Karl Anthony Towns just had a game where he had 60 points versus the San Antonio Spurs, and I'm going to tell you a bunch of reasons why it was incredible. Unsurprisingly, it was Karl Anthony Towns' career high after playing in 7 years in the league. It was also a franchise record for points in a game by an individual for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It was the most points an NBA player had scored in a game this season with 60. And he had 32 points alone in just the third quarter. So he was 5 points shy from breaking the record of most points in a quarter. Another insane thing is that he tied the franchise record in the third quarter. Yes, at the end of the third quarter, he had 56 points. Plus, he did it in only 36 minutes, which is just incredible. I wouldn't even believe you if you told me that and I didn't watch this game. I thought he might have done it in like 45 minutes, but no. Karl Anthony Towns missed out on 12 minutes of the game and still managed to score 60 points. Incredible. Towns has proven to be the best big man shooter of all time, breaking the record for second round threes in the three-point contest this year and winning the contest, actually. And this was no surprise because in this game, Towns hit 7 threes. Because his team was up by so much, he rested 10 minutes of the fourth quarter and only played 2 minutes of the fourth. Towns is the 31st player in NBA history and the 11th active player to score 60 points in a single game. It's officially the 77th 60-point game in league history. I feel like NBA players are just going off right now because Cat's big night represents the 6th 50-point game in the NBA in the last week, continuing to start a trend by LeBron James back on March 5th. Out of all 6 of those guys, it's Cat who has had the most points in a game. And it's crazy because he did it in just 36 minutes, which, like I said earlier, already set a season high for most points in a game by any player. Cat did not have the best game versus the Heat on March 12th, the last Timberwolves game, because he only had 15 points. So what does he do the next game? He quadruples his points stat line from the last game and absolutely dominates against the Spurs. Looking at his recent stat lines, it's not like he's been on a tear or anything lately. He had 21 against the Magic, and his season averages are 24.8 points a game, which of course are spectacular, but are probably reserve all-star numbers. But maybe this could be the start of a tear for Cat in the NBA, where he starts putting up 50 against every team he faces. And when the Timberwolves win, they improve their record. And because they are already the 6th seed and just moved up against the Denver Nuggets, they were the 7th seed, but they just moved to the 6th seed because they got the Denver Nuggets out of that win, where that was a 10-point win. They're still the 7th seed, 1 game behind the Nuggets. They're only 2 games behind the Mavericks. And they're literally 2 games behind the 4 seed, the Utah Jazz. So it's getting crunchy in the Western Conference right now. And I legitimately think that the Minnesota Timberwolves could potentially sneak in as like the 4 seed in the West and surprise a lot of people by a tear came on by Karl Anthony Towns and the rest of the Minnesota Timberwolves roster. In order for this to happen, though, not just Towns has to step up, D'Lo has to step up, and a lot of the other Timberwolves core pieces, including Malik Beasley and Patrick Bev. Really excited to see Cat score 60, though. He's about to enter his prime, and with that, we're going to see a lot of great games from him. Another insane stat from him this game is that he had 17 boards, which is like a center to do that, but when it's coming from Cat, that's pretty special. Cat had his career high and all with 60 points in this game versus the Spurs, but do you guys remember 3 years ago, he had his previous career high versus the Atlanta Hawks, where he dropped 56 points. So when he broke his franchise high in the third quarter, he was actually breaking his franchise high and his career high. Props to Cat for making this game entertaining for us fans to watch. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Click subscribe, turn notifications on, like, share, comment, all the good stuff. And as always, I'm your boy Hyper Hooper Basketball, and we're out.